Hello, I'm Chris Sumner, and welcome to your PembinaValleyOnline.com video news update. Here are a few of your top stories from the week of February 21st to the 27th. A family and community are grieving after 4 children perished in a house fire near the village of Kane. Investigators have not yet been able to determine the cause of the blaze, which broke out early Wednesday morning. The mother was able to save her 3 youngest children, but her 4 boys who were sleeping upstairs did not survive. The municipality has established an account with Access Credit Union that will be used to accept any donations for the family. The details on how to contribute have been posted on the Arm of Morris website. The Summerfeld Mennonite Church is organizing aid, and Donate Love, an organization out of Winkler, is helping with the day-to-day needs like buying clothing and collecting food for the family. Meanwhile, counselors, social workers, and school crisis teams are working together to offer as much support as they can to students and teachers in Low Farm and Rosenort, where the boys went to school. Red River Valley School Division Superintendent Pauline Lafon-Bouchard adds these resources will be available for as long as they are required. Access and Assiniboine credit unions are proposing a merger that, if approved by members, would make the new entity the largest credit union in Manitoba by assets, branches, and members, and the 6th largest in Canada. The announcement came Wednesday during an event in Winnipeg. Combined, it would have 38 branches, over $5.7 billion in assets, and more than 154,800 members. Access Board Chair Daryl Lowen says members of both credit unions will be asked to support the merger at their respective annual meetings April 22nd. If approved, the new entity would come into effect October 1st. Recreation was the main focus of Winkler Mayor Martin Harder's State of the City address Thursday during the Winkler and District Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. Harder says a lot of planning has already gone into further development at Pine Ridge Plaza at the corner of 15th Street and Grandeur Avenue. The plan is for Pine Ridge to become a multi-use recreational area, which will include things like basketball and tennis courts. Harder says the hope is to have the entire area developed within 2 to 3 years. Meanwhile, Harder says public consultations regarding the recreation complex expansion will likely begin in March. Wednesday, Garden Valley School Division presented a proposed budget to the public at Winkler's Garden Valley Collegiate. Chair Lori Digg says the proposed budget is set at $44.5 million, which is an increase from last year's budget of $43.7 million. She adds, with the said increase, there will be no change to the mill rate for taxpayers because of the roughly $1.8 million generated from new property assessments within the region. The division's new budget will be approved at the board's March meeting. Almost 1 year after fire destroyed Gateway Resources Recycling Building, construction on a new facility has begun. Gateway Resources CEO Kim Nelson says the new facility will be 100 by 140 feet in size, more than double the size of the old building. The old structure was located west of the main building, and it will now be attached to the south end of the main facility. The cost of the project is roughly $800,000, with insurance covering $350,000. Nelson says they have a variety night fundraiser planned, and they are actively pursuing grants and support from area businesses to cover the rest. A house barn built in the late 1800s, which was located in Newhorst, has found a new home at the New Bergtal Heritage Village. Marguerite Cron with the New Bergtal Heritage Foundation says this house barn is a wonderful addition to the village, showing what a wealthy home looked like at the time it was built.
I think this is just a smart way to manage where New Bergtal is at and where the New Bergtal Heritage Foundation, where our thinking is at. We don't just want people to, okay, here's money and do your project, but to actually embrace it in a way that says, you know what, I get what you're doing and I want to contribute. And where I really think it makes a lot of sense is we are not the Steinbeck Museum. We are a living village. And this is a place that will be lived in, and it will just add so much to what the village is about.
The house barn move took place between the two villages Thursday. Those were a few of your top news stories from the week of February 21st to the 27th. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to PembinaValleyOnline.com. Thank you for watching. I'm Chris Sumner.